Okay, we're demonstrating making a gravy. In this case it's turkey gravy. The first thing you start with is putting a fair amount of salt on top of your turkey. And pepper. Good. And now I would put just a little bit of water in the bottom of the pan. Yeah, that's good, just so that things don't burn too much on the bottom. That's it for now. We're starting to make the roux for our gravy, so I'm putting in a bunch of flour. I always make more than what I think I need because you don't want to have to stop halfway through and make more of this. So, flour, now I start adding my water. The idea is cold water, but this is fine, burrito water off the counter. Then I start mixing it as I pour. Add some more flour. A little bit more water. You have to be able to pour this out later on into your pan of drippings. It's not a precise science. Kind of medium consistency, not too thin, not too thick. So that's it. I just get that ready ahead of time, and before I actually go to use it, I'll give it another whisk. Once the potatoes have come to a boil, we add the salt. It's important not only for the potatoes, but also for the gravy that there is a significant amount of salt, a good handful, that will not only make the potatoes taste better at the table. If you don't have salt in them when they boil at the table, you'll never be able to add enough to make them taste like not raw potatoes. So put it in the water, and that will also make your gravy taste great, and you probably won't have to add any salt to the gravy when you make it. And then we turn the potatoes down a little bit. That's it.
We're going to drain the potatoes now. They have fully boiled. We've checked them, they're safe. And it's very important to remember to save the potato water.
Why?
Because it's going to go into the turkey for the gravy, okay? You use the potato water for the gravy. And that just makes the gravy scrumptious.
And nutritious.
And nutritious. All that potato goodness.
Alright, our turkey has come out of the oven, and now I'm just scraping out any bits that I don't think should be part of the gravy. There's some, I don't know what it is. You can tilt it, and I can see there's a little bit of fat there. So I'll just scoop off the top layer. You can see that's just pure fat, which we don't need. Eventually this stuff will all get blended in, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. So then I turn on my stove, both the burners, to try to heat it up. Now I am scraping all the brown bits off the bottom of the pan. This is the crux of your gravy, the brown bits. So even though there's not much liquid here, it's the brown bits that make the gravy.
Can you point to a brown bit?
Brown bits.
The brown liquid.
Yeah, the brown stuff on the bottom of the pan, and it's also up on the sides here, so we want to scrape all that into it. Now, here is what? The potato water we saved. You can can tell by the color, it's really dark brown, so there's lots of flavor, so I can,
Why didn't you add all the potato water?
well, that's your, the starchy stuff left behind. I don't care much for that. I can tell by this dark color that I can add more water because turkey gravy doesn't have to be that dark a brown color. So I can make more gravy. And now I'll just add burrito water. Increase the amount. About there. Now we're going to make it boil before we add our roux that we made earlier, which is the flour and the water mixture. Alright, our pan drippings have come to a boil, and I've stirred up any brown bits along the little crevices of the bottom of the pan as much as I can, and I've added the potato water and the burrito water. Now I can add my stirred flour and water mixture. And you stir it as you put it in because it immediately starts to thicken and make lumps. You add quite a bit, but not too much because it will thicken as it cooks. You can see instantly that the color lightens, looks more like turkey gravy. Keep stirring it. And now you have to let it cook. If you serve this right now as gravy, it would taste like glue because you haven't cooked the flour. A good time to taste it there. Very good. Not too salty. Tastes like turkey. And we can blend it all over. And once it gets to the desired thickness and consistency, taste, then you just leave it on a simmer so it doesn't coagulate on the top until you're ready to eat it. You don't want it to boil too much because again it will burn. So we want lots of gravy left over for hot turkey sandwiches. There's never enough gravy. I might thin it down a little bit so I can still add some more flour. But basically that's it. That's your turkey gravy. Pour it into a gravy boat and serve it. When to go. Alright, so the turkey has come out of the oven and we've taken it out. Now I'm going to scrape out anything that doesn't look like I want it in my gravy, like some of this white looking stuff. Maybe we want to film starting over again. You're ruining it!
Peppery.
I'm still working on my Pepsi.
There we go.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's hot.
Broke it the last time. Cool.
Yeah, set it down. I don't trust you. Seriously, set it down.
Open the door, please. Open the oven door, please. I don't like that look.
I don't like that containment of that
Much
vessel.
care for that look you gave me.
I don't much care for another busted dish.
Cut.